I'm in a bit of a quandary today of what I'm going to do. I'm either going to go mudlarking or start a new craft project. So I'm just going to have my breakfast and see what the weather does. It's a bit miserly out there, it's a bit cold, a bit blowy. So we'll see if it settles down in the next half hour, and then I'll either see you on the first find or whatever we're going to make. Well, as you can see, I'm all rigged up, and so I'm going mudlarking. Let's go and see what we can find. So when I came out the other day mudlarking, this is where I finished up by the bridge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go further upstream, because I'm thinking I picked a couple of bottles up downstream, and what I'm really looking for is obviously a bottle dump or something of that nature. So I thought it might be good to test upstream to see what I can find. So I'll bring you back when we have our first find. Okay, so I've got down into the river, and it's all very quiet. It's just absolutely beautiful, and I think I've made my first find here. A nice piece of blue pottery, blue edge pottery. Whoa! Very, very faded, but I think we might take that. I really am wanting to make a kitchen charger, so every bit is important. So gorgeous here, so clear. Not sure if this is another bit. That almost looks like a tile. I'm not sure if that's a pattern. Yes. So as you can see, I've got my camera hold. So hopefully I don't get any fingers and thumbs in the way as my first video. Here's another piece here. The water is really cold. That's a very old piece of blue, isn't it? I'm just hopeful that I can find some more bottles. Would be really lovely. Beautiful daffodils. Absolutely glorious. I think I've spotted another piece of blue. Seems predominantly blue in this river. Just meanders. It's just absolutely beautiful. So quiet. And I've been really lucky, although it is quite cold and the water is certainly cold, it's not too bad. This piece down here, turn it over. No, it's plain, or perhaps it had a little bit of a pattern on one stage. I think I've got some amber glass down here. Oh, that is look how thick that is. Amazing. I'm going to pick the glass up, some green here, because I'm going to be putting them in the roller this afternoon, and I'll show you what I do to put them in the roller. A little bit of blue down there. It's good to get the tiny pieces as well, because when you are making a charger, you put these pieces obviously in between the bigger bits to fill up all the little holes. Just stunning, absolutely stunning. This morning I'm so pleased that I came out. I wonder what this is. Oh, lovely. That goes in the charger, lovely. Looks like another piece of the orange or yellow. Another piece down here. Oh, that's lovely. Really nice. I think I saw something over here too. You know how you sort of like lose things when you take your eyes off them. Take that. There we go. Nice. Now, I've seen something down here and I'm hoping it's going to be a marble. Yay! I got a marble! Oh, lovely. It might be new. It's a cat's eye marble. But oh, look at that. That's lovely in blue. Yeah, I'm officially a mudlarker now. I found a marble. And right alongside it was this piece of blue. I got all excited about the marble. So, oh gosh, don't we get excited about silly things? Believe it or not, I had to jump that bit because I think my wellies would have been a bit soaked if I'd gone, so I had to jump because I wanted to get to these two bits here. So I never get bored of blue. Good job really, isn't it? So, and there's a piece of Cornish ware. Don't want to disturb the ducks. They're gorgeous. Picking up plenty of green and amber glass, as you do, you know. But as I said, I will put these through the roller. I'll break them all up, and then I'll show you them at a later stage. Looks an interesting colour down there. Lost it. Oh, it's quite silted, but that'll wash off. That's a lovely colour, isn't it? Looks to be off a plate or perhaps a bowl. Nice piece of blue down here. Good old faithful willow pattern. That's nice and bright, isn't it? Well, we're coming to the road now, and that's where I'm going to stop. I was hopeful that we might find some old bottles, but nothing. Just, and I shouldn't say just, found some nice pieces of pottery to make my kitchen charger. So I'll keep you posted on that one. That will be a future video, and I'll meet you on the finds. There's a piece of bowl or tile. I think I found a piece of that further downstream on the last visit. As you see, that goes further on up there, so I'll probably come back and do that on another day, because it's always interesting to, you know, sort of know the geography of where you live. A lot of people don't take the time to have a look around them, so that's another trip for another day. See you on the cleanup. Well, how good was that? Just came in, I was out for about an hour and a half, walking up the stream, up the river. Bit disappointing. I was hoping that might be, we would find some more bottles, but no. But then the good thing was I found a marble. So I think that's when you become officially a mudlarker, when you find a marble, or a sea glassers and mudlarkers anyway. Yeah, it was beautiful out there. Thankfully it was not too cold. The water was a bit cold, but we get over these things, don't we? So I'm going to clean up everything now, and then I'll bring you back when I've got everything cleaned up. Here we are at the clean-up of what I got from my second trip to the Old Man's Head stream here in Dunholm in Lincolnshire. I have cleaned it and separated it a bit, so because I really wanted to tell you a little bit about the stories behind this, some of this pottery, mainly this flow ware or transfer ware, which is basically Regency and Victorian. As I said, sort of during the finds, mostly the pottery that I find in the stream is blue because of being predominantly Victorian. But of course I found my marble. How about that? I just love that marble. That's going to pride of place, and I'm always going to keep that marble. It's lovely. I love blue. Blue is my favourite colour. Get on to what I want to talk to you about today, and this is the transfer or flow ware. This originated amongst the potters in Staffordshire in the Regency Victorian period, so basically from 1820 onwards. And we find a lot of this type of pottery in our rivers and streams because back in those days the people used to get their rubbish and basically make a rubbish tip next to a stream or a river, thinking, oh, it's going to flow away, and obviously over time these get buried and forgotten. So sometimes us mudlarkers come across nice little surprises when we find one, but that's the reason why we do pick up a lot of these shards. Now, the way that they achieved this patterning was that they used a stencil technique, and they would put the stencils on and obviously put the colour on at the same time, and when it went into the kiln for its final firing, the paper of the stencil would be burnt off, leaving the colour behind. So obviously you can imagine how many potters there were in Staffordshire at that time, and this is why we get an abundance of this pottery. Now the stencils were put on to obviously things, shapes that were very popular, so jugs and bowls and meat chargers and things like that. So that's why you get these big chunky bits that were the old meat dishes and things like that. And the colours range from a very light bluish grey to this greenish grey, and then through these mid colours, and the most popular colour was the cobalt blue. I mean, everybody loves cobalt blue. I mean, even when us sea glassers go out and we find a piece of cobalt blue from a poison bottle, you know, big cheers go up. So because it's just a stunning colour. But there was a wide range of this blue, but even going over to this mulberry colour, which is very nice. The thing is with this transfer ware, it's still readily available, and you can, for those of you that would like to start collecting, you can have pieces that range from as little as £5 to £500. But if you're lucky and you go into a charity shop or auctions, you can pick them up just for a couple of pounds for a piece. And so it makes you can have a really lovely collection and it not cost you very much at all. Obviously, these pieces are destined for my next projects. Obviously I have to finish off my charger, and basically this is a piece that these pieces are mounted onto a piece of wood and grouted and then sealed. The charger can then be used as a cheese board or meat platter, a grazing plate, or can be mounted on the wall. If you do like the thought of having a collection of transferware, you'll have a mini collection within this charger. So just a sample of the different types of patterns, the willow patterns and the sponge wares and things like that. So also I'll be doing, in a later video, we'll be making macrame pot holder. So and also a garden mobile using watering can. So if you like the thought of doing a little project yourself, please think about subscribing to the channel, and that all that does is it reminds you that this is coming on the next video when the next video comes on. So press like and press the little bell, and that will keep you aware of what's going on. It doesn't cost you anything to do that. It just means that a little bell will go off, a little message will come up on when I post my next videos. So until we meet again, I hope you do like. If you do like some of the things that I'm doing, I do have a Ko-fi shop and I also have an Etsy shop. So you can get onto to them and have a look at other things that I do. Until we meet again, I hope everybody keeps well and keeps safe. So till next time, bye.